Welcome to the Stoney Love Show, where each show is inspirational, delightful, encouraging, and amazing as you are. Live from Atlanta, Georgia on 108 Praise Radio and Clark TV Network, here's your host, Stoney Love. And amazing as you
Good morning and welcome to the Stoney Love Morning Show. And I'm your host, Stoney Love. And I have with me this morning Nina Smith from the Apex Museum of Atlanta. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And she is the executive assistant to the gentleman, Mr. Dan Moore Jr., who's coming up after her. And tell us a little bit about your position and what you do at the Apex Museum.
I am not one who is really huge on titles. I believe in serving in everything I do. I try to serve the way Christ taught us how to serve, you guys. Mm-hmm. But yes, I am his executive assistant. I am actually whatever, they call me the woman that just does it all, because I definitely try to help in any way, shape, or form that I can, especially when it comes to our people. So being able to serve at the Apex Museum, a museum that has been standing for 44 years. Now we're celebrating the 44th year of the Apex Museum.
Almost all my life.
The first African American museum to be built in Atlanta. It's amazing to be there.
I'm just getting ready to ask you. So for those who do not know what the Apex Museum is, can you please give us a little rundown of what it is?
I won't give too much because I'll let him do most of the talking.
Okay.
But it was created by Dan Moore Sr. He's a filmmaker. So he never actually had intentions on opening up a museum. But until he realized there was nothing for people of color in Atlanta, that is when he decided to open up an African American museum that teaches us about our true history and culture.
Isn't that amazing? That is truly, truly amazing. Mm-hmm. So, you are now the executive assistant there to Mr. Moore.
Yes.
And you also venture out on your own and have, because you brought me a little bag.
I did. Yes.
Now tell me what's in this bag, because you have your own company as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is the name of your company?
This is NVS Essence. I make body butters. It's home and body essentials. I think that at this point in time with women of color, we tend to put a lot of things on our skin that are not good for our skin. Products that have a lot of chemicals. As you can see, our culture tends to suffer a lot with eczema, psoriasis, and things of that nature. My children also have had eczema, and I tended to make this product for them. I intended it to just be something I was going to do and keep at home and make for my children to have all natural body products.
But as I share it with everybody. That's good.
But as I started, you can tell, here's one of my body butters. It's called an Amber Body Butter.
Okay, let's see.
You can find it on NVSessence.com.
Oh, you have your own website?
Mm-hmm. I would like you to just try some.
Okay.
And smell it. Please.
Soft. Oh, look at that shine they put on there. And I put lotion on this morning, girl.
And
oh,
smell.
My goodness.
That's one of our Amber Rose fragrances. That's my top seller. We also have the candle online as well. And then I make an all-natural body.
I'm sorry. Oh, my God.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh, my. I could just be sniffing the whole show and
And I have a candle like that one.
Really? Mm-hmm. Now what is the name of the candle?
Amber Rose.
Okay, and this is called Amber Rose Body Butter?
It's the Amber Body Butter. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. How did you get it to be so soft like butter?
A lot of practice.
Sorry, y'all, I'm greasing my knees. Okay.
That's what we're here for.
Ooh, this is nice.
Yeah.
I like this.
My nephew loves it. He literally smudges it all over his body, all over.
This is gonna be for my face.
He puts it everywhere. My sister actually uses
Where's my
it for
top?
her locks.
Oh, thank you so much.
You are more than welcome.
Now, what's the name of that website again? Did you leave me a card in the bag so I can order?
It's NVS Essence. So
Because the older you get, you can't read these little bitty letters. You know,
sorry.
I'm 50, ma'am. So,
Stop lying.
no. So I can't see that.
Golden.
So
Golden.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Man,
now.
y'all, they say black don't crack unless you use it. I'm stay away from it first.
I don't use it. I just, thank the Lord for what I have here.
Wow.
What is this here?
A body scrub. So
So
all
when I get in the
natural.
shower?
Or a tub, whatever you prefer. All natural. You can see.
Oh, this is a candle, y'all.
Yeah.
That smells like the
Do
butter.
you want to smell? It's all natural. So those are oils down in there. All that's
Let me
oil.
smell it again.
That's not water.
Now, I'm not speaking anything negative about any other product that I've had before or seen or smelled before, but this here is truly genuine. I can tell that it was made from home and it wasn't shipped from Japan and the name wasn't put on it. I can tell. Oh, wow.
And that is our lavender.
Oh, this is
Lavender lace. Has a little bit of
I'ma
extra
light this
spice in
sucker
it.
when I go home today.
And it has
that's
essential
gonna
oils
relax.
in it, so it will help you. A lot of times, we are always doing something, always on the go, high strung. My mom, she suffers with depression. And the amber candle,
I don't think that happens when you get around 50.
she suffered with it all of her life.
Really? Okay, well,
Very
that could
heavy.
be something hereditary then. I thought.
So I burned the amber candle.
Does
My
it help
sister.
her?
Oh yeah, she walked out the room praising God. I was like, I need this on video and I need a quote, please, because
Wow.
because they have us. The essential oils really can tend to help us feel better,
Right.
change our minds and
Our
how
mood,
we're
yes.
enhance it. Yeah.
So do you give her massages with the oils?
My sister does.
Really? And that
That's my
really helps
sister's
her. Oh.
Yes.
And does it helps her come out of that state of,
Depression and darkness. Yes.
oh, thank you, Lord. That is so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say that your essential oils would be under the line of holistic medicines?
Holistic.
Holistic, yeah.
Yeah, I
Not
do.
holistic
I
as
believe in
hallucinating.
Sometimes it feels like that.
We black folks, we just say whatever.
It makes sense. It's just
You're
like
right.
Mama Dia world,
I know,
where
right?
she just makes sense with whatever she says.
Whatever I say.
It sounds good.
Right. I don't mean no harm, y'all. Everything y'all know from the Stoney Love Show comes from the heart.
I love Stoney, y'all. I think Stoney going to take me home.
I know, Ray. I don't mean it. I really don't mean any harm. Good morning. So, do you think that your medicines will end up in that?
My candles.
Yeah, your candles, yes, or
I
even
believe so.
your oils.
Yes, I
Okay.
do. That's the goal. That is the goal to help. A lot of men buy my products too, guys.
Really?
Yes, a lot of people tend to think that men like those harsh, strong
No.
fragrance. They like lavender. Y'all, men, they
Yeah.
like to be gentle, soft, lavender. They like things like we like.
Even when I go get my pedicure and I see the men getting their pedicure, I say, "Oh, that's some lucky woman tonight that ain't getting her legs cut up
Or toes.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I
No
like
sheets, no holes in the sheets.
exactly, and I love to see when men take the time to
take
care
care of
for themselves. Like, and it doesn't mean that they are being feminine. That means that they're taking the time to keep their partner happy. And if they don't have a partner, to even attract a healthy partner.
Yes.
Because they're looking good and they're smelling good and they're taking time to be groomed. Nobody wants a partner whose nails are all curled over
No,
and,
y'all, we don't. Just like you want us to look nice
and smell good.
and
we
smell
want the
good.
same thing.
We like the same treatment. Okay?
Exactly.
We don't want cuts and scratches. We want to be nice.
It'd be nice. It can smell like this
Yeah.
when you come to bed.
They'll like that one
With
too.
the soft butters. And what are some of the other butters that you have?
I make an all natural honey body butter. So that one doesn't have any fragrance in it. It's just all natural. The amber is the fragrance from the essential oil.
Oh.
But the all natural honey body butter, it's just what it is. There's no fragrance and it's all natural.
So would I have to worry about in the summertime with the bees?
No, you're okay.
I'm a,
You're okay.
okay.
They'll love you.
Okay.
They'll love you even more.
Not that I'm afraid of the bees, but I don't want to be smelling like honey.
No, I promise.
Honey butter, and then they be like, zzz.
Honey is really healing. Really healing.
yeah.
Antibacterial. It's super good for you.
Yesterday I went to IHOP and I treated myself to breakfast.
Did you?
And so I asked for honey for my pancakes. And the waitress was
Were
like,
they shocked?
yes. She
Why?
was like, well, I says, my mother fed me this as a kid, so I didn't eat syrup.
You didn't.
No.
You
My
ate honey on your pancakes.
I had the opportunity to have honey. And she would always say, this is good for you, as opposed to the syrup.
Yeah, because it's jarred with chemicals.
Right. And so to this day, even though what the doctor would say, me being obese, I'm not diabetic.
I'm obese.
You're not.
According to the doctor, we don't go off of that.
Right.
because I'm
According to
obese.
according
You
to
get
the
what I
chart.
mean?
Well, according to them, I am, but I'm not diabetic. And I think it's because how my mother fed me as a child. Big chicken and lots of honey and natural herbs and things of that nature. So I didn't get to eat.
Was she a cook?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I am with my children. My children are homeschooled. I have two.
So you cook their meals?
Well, at this point in time, they cook for me. I am so loving this
how old are
age
they
and
now?
stage. 13 and 11.
Oh, yeah. It's
I
Mama Taste
love,
this
when
now.
I say I love, they are some good cooks. They throw
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, it's when they're at that age now, it's now Mama Taste this. Did I do good?
And I'm liking
Yeah.
it, but I'm trying to watch myself because I'm not going to lie. Them pounds, those baked biscuits.
Well, you taught them how to cook.
I am great. And they're actually,
They're doing a great job.
they're surpassing me. I made grits
Ooh.
the other day. They told me I need to throw those in the trash and be embarrassed.
Ooh, my son is the same way. He's 30 years old. He works for Delta, but as a little kid, he used to watch the cooking channel. And I would be sleeping. And he'll be like, Mom, come taste this. And today, he put all those little fancy dishes on YouTube. And people actually follow him and they cook.
Get out.
That's what I said.
I'm going to have to follow him.
Yep. And so he's also on TikTok too, but he makes some nice dishes.
Really?
Mhm.
I'm going to have to follow.
He was
I
like
will
7
follow
years
him
old.
and then cook his dishes.
Yeah, he was 7 when he started. And the
Yep.
girlfriend didn't believe him. He had to call me one day. And I says, yes, he used to take my bacon and my eggs and go downstairs and start burning up, almost about to burn my house down. But he figured it out.
See, that is what is missing. And men, get yourselves in the kitchen.
That's right.
I'm sorry, and this might be why I'm still single, because I cannot do a man that does not cook.
And you want a man that can do pretty much
Yeah.
a little bit of everything from outside to indoors to the kitchen.
Balance.
Just a little bit of everything. So that if you are sick and cannot do it, he'd be like, you know what? I don't know how to bake a chicken, but I do know how to
At least
make
make
you
me
breakfast food.
something. Something.
Right. So
Yeah.
I want you to tell everybody, it's been nice talking
Thank
to
you
you
so much.
I want to
know.
say thank you for my body butters and my oils.
You're
Is it
welcome.
oils in here?
No, it's just body butters and body scrubs
Oh,
and
body
candles.
scrub and candles. I'm always jacking something up.
But I
now.
do have body oils. Go to nvsessence.com
There it is.
and NVS Essence on Instagram and Facebook.
And tell them where you work at so they can come down to your job and buy you.
Apex Museum, 135 Auburn Avenue. You guys, I don't want to brag too much, but man, we are about to enter into phase 2, and it is amazing. I cannot wait for you guys to experience what we are bringing to the table.
All right, guys. That's Nina Smith. Make sure you follow her on all of her social media outlets. Did you give it to them?
Oh gosh, yes. NVS Essence. Also, I have a spot for moms. If you go to aspotformoms.com, it's a nonprofit organization for women who have suffered from domestic abuse and violence. We are looking to build a women's sanctuary for healing.
Wow.
That is coming soon.
Oh, we're going to have to invite you back to talk about that. And then after these messages, we'll be back with the director of Apex Museum, Mr.
Dan Moore
Dan Moore
Jr.
Jr. Thank you.
They found out that side came from Cameroon.
Really?
Earned that right, because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Jordan
So we'll do that for you.
That's wonderful. Awesome.
Welcome back to the Stoney Love Morning Show, and I am the one and only Stoney Love, with the director of the Apex Museum, Mr. Moore Jr. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Dan Moore Jr.
That's me.
That's you. How are you this morning,
I'm
Mr.
doing
Moore?
well. Could I move this mic a little bit?
You sure can, as long as the audience can hear you.
All right, I guess they can.
Tell us a little bit about your director job at the Apex Museum. And
Well-
what is the Apex Museum for those of us who really don't know?
Okay, and a lot of people don't. The Apex Museum is Atlanta's first and oldest Black History Museum, founded in 1978 by Dan Moore Sr., who was actually a film director. Met with Dr. Mays and saw the phenomenal works of blacks in Atlanta and said, hey, let's do something bigger. And he started Collections of Life and Heritage, which blossomed into the Apex Museum. We're located on Auburn Avenue, which is in its own historic district, anything that you can think of as far as black towns and cities, you have to mention Sweet Auburn Avenue as well.
That's true.
My directorship, I was there, and I just came back about 9 months ago to help out the team there and redesign, redevelop some things. And so we're on the way to doing something new.
So you're gonna stay around this time, or you're just gonna come in and peek your head in the door,
Ooh, that's a good question.
give orders, and be like, "I'll see y'all again soon."
That's a good question. That's generally how I operate. I usually go into a situation. I'm a project management person.
Okay.
So I go into a situation that doesn't exist, I create it, and then it exists, and I make sure it works, and it's profitable, and then I just move on to the next project. That's what I've been doing.
Really?
But
Okay.
in this case, it's a little different because it's my father. And it's not even a family thing, because when we talk about the Apex Museum, Stoney, Apex belongs to you.
Okay.
It doesn't belong to me. It doesn't belong to Dan Senior. It belongs to all of us. So it's bigger than just
So your dad
us.
created this.
Yeah, he did.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
And so you are continuing the legacy by making sure that what belongs to us in Atlanta and around the world is ran properly. In essence.
In essence, yeah.
Okay. All right, I like that. So your day-to-day operation when you go into Apex, are you just calling out orders all day? Or
Oh no, I'm not that guy.
You're not that guy?
Oh
Okay.
no, definitely not. Definitely not. As a matter of fact, the young lady that you had on earlier, Miss Nina Smith,
Yes.
she keeps me in line.
Oh, she's your boss.
She's my boss, technically.
She's a sweetheart.
She's the EA, and so she keeps the calendar and makes sure that I can't, overbook or underbook,
Okay.
and that we meet the right people. So I count on people like her, Melanie Jones, who connected us here, who's our
Yes.
event coordinator, my tour guides, everybody in the team. When I say team, I do mean team.
Okay, because it's teamwork.
It's teamwork.
Right.
Yeah, it's not just me.
So you say you have tour guides. So on a day that I may come down to the Apex Museum, I have to make an appointment to come
No, you don't. Unless you have a group,
Oh, a
maybe
group.
of 10 people
or more. Okay.
then you'd have to schedule something like that.
And so if I had a group of 10 or more, I will have a tour person to show me around.
You sure will. Either myself or Kyle or Winston Kendricks. Either one of those two.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes I try not to do them because I talk too much.
And that's okay.
Yeah, okay.
That means you're proud of the establishment.
Well, I'm proud of our people, and I have a short period of time to educate the world about our history. And so I try to do that in a concise manner.
Right. I definitely understand that. So what are there different projects and things that you may be working on at the Apex Museum, or does it just things rotate as I know we have Black History Month. So say for instance during Black History Month, is there like a major turnout during that time?
You know it. Come on, sister. It's Black History Month,
Black
so
History
everybody
Month.
wants to come around the Apex Museum.
They want to.
Oh, yes, indeed. But
Okay.
we look at this now, Black History, not Black History Month. We do Black History 365, where every month is Black History Month.
Right.
You get the message now, right? So we don't just depend on February. We do this 365.
Every day.
And people from around the globe, literally from around the globe, come to our establishment to learn about the Black experience.
So what about people that I'm sorry, I lost. I usually have this area clear when I'm doing the interviews. So I'm kind of off right there a little bit. But what happens when? We'll be right back after these messages. How about that? I'm sorry. Welcome back, guys. I'm back. With Dan Moore Sr.,
Oh,
Jr.
Junior.
I'm sorry, Dan Moore Jr. of the Apex Museum. He is the director of the Apex Museum. So, you guys do movie premieres as well, correct?
Well, we do. Yeah, we can.
Oh, okay.
And we have, yeah.
Okay, so is it like almost like a box office where you can get popcorn and things like that?
No, no, we're not serving popcorn. But for instance, we have a couple of plays coming up. We're changing some things around.
Oh, so you can do plays there?
Yeah, we're going to do plays. There's a play coming up called the Blue Series.
Yes, with Anthony
and Boundaries with
Page.
Anthony Page.
Yes.
So we have that going on, and while we're doing the play, it's a phenomenal play, by the way. 6 directors, 6 writers, doing 6 small plays, 15 minutes apiece, creating one long play about one family's generation through a period of time from 1800s all the way through the future. So it's a phenomenal play.
Wow.
So what we're going to do with that and with Mental is a play coming in October with Sid Powell.
I did see
It's a one-woman
a flyer of that,
mhm,
yes.
mhm. It's a one-woman play, and it's about her life and going through depression. And even though she's a prolific writer, director, having to make face look good all the time, but inside something else was going on. So her play is literally about her life, and Valeria Sims, who plays her role, is doing a phenomenal job.
Wow.
So we have a play in September, play in October. In September you have Blue Series, Bridges and Boundaries, and in October you have Mental. But what we're doing, we're going to actually film those and take those episodes and transfer them to our Apex TV network. We have a museum TV network now.
Really?
It's in development. It's in beta stage. No one, now y'all know about it. This is the first time I'm saying anything about it on anything like
Really?
this. So Stoney Love, you're the
Congratulations.
first ones to hear this.
Wow, so Apex Museum is going to have a TV.
TV network, not a channel, a network. Multiple
That's
channels.
awesome. So maybe I can come over there and do some news over there sometime.
Hey, well, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Wow, that is amazing. Congratulations. I am so excited for you and your network. Now, when is the network going to
I
launch?
cannot tell you that.
Because you've already told me enough. Well, I'm excited about it. And so it's going to be streaming correctly?
Definitely so. Definitely
Right,
so.
let me tell y'all something. If y'all not streaming, y'all ain't dreaming, baby.
That's right.
And making those dreams come
That's right.
true.
That's right.
So that's the life, and I'm glad to see that you guys are jumping on the bandwagon. So far, we've been out here by ourselves. I'm sorry, I have to. Y'all know I be promoting Clark TV Network because I love the Clark TV Network. It's black owned and it does its
There you
thing.
go. There you go.
So, and now we have the Apex Network that's going to be coming out, and that's beautiful. So we, not competitions. We're just going to be like, hey y'all, how y'all doing over
we
there?
never say competition. We always say collaboration.
That's right,
It's
collaboration.
over competition.
That's right. So I'll be waving at y'all at some of those events that I go to, and I'll see you guys out there.
Most definitely.
And so, Mr. Moore, you want to tell everybody where they can find you?
Sure. The Apex Museum is located on Auburn Avenue. It's 135 Auburn Avenue. The phone number there is 404-523-2739. Our website, apexmuseum.org. If you go to Instagram, go to the Apex Museum. Find us there.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much, Mr. Moore, for coming
Thank you,
today.
Stoney Love.
And we'll be right back with Arthur Cynthia Williams after these messages.
Peace.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations again. Good morning and welcome back to the Stoney Love Morning Show right here on Clock TV Network. I have with me Miss Cynthia Williams. She's the author of Concrete Soul, and this is a memoir of overcoming grief. How are you this morning, Miss Williams?
I'm well, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. And may I call you Cynthia? Is
You
that
can.
okay?
Yeah,
And
you
you can call
can.
me Stoney. That's
Yes,
wonderful.
you can.
Thank you. And thank you for my gifts. I have received lovely gifts today, and I am so honored and so grateful. I really am. And so it looks like I'm going to be using this to write down some of my thoughts. Because the other day when we were briefly talking, you gave me the instructions to write down some things I was thinking.
Yep.
And that helped me go to sleep. I was knocked out after I wrote that down.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how much it is just to take it out.
Yes, it
Don't
did.
let it keep running. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got down to half the paragraph and said to him what I needed to say.
Yeah.
And honey, it was definitely a wrap after that.
For sure.
And so this here, you guys, she's giving me a stress reliever. A lot of people don't know what these are used for. When you're like getting angry and you don't want to punch anybody out, you just start squeezing this.
Absolutely.
Now, tell me what this energy is. This some like an energy bracelet?
No, actually, it's just our bracelets that we use when we have our multicultural unity rides. All the riders get those in case they go down or anything, just so we
Okay.
know that they're part of the ride.
Okay, my dude's a biker. Wow,
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
So, tell me about what drove you to write your memoir, because that's what I'm in the process of doing
Yeah.
right now. Yes.
Yeah, it's so needed. I actually realized that my journaling would help others in the midst of me writing myself. I knew that I had the testimony. And so I didn't feel like I needed to keep it to myself. And I eventually picked out the intricate parts of it and turned it into a book. So it's a memoir of me overcoming grief from 5 years old to current.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely. Oh, and you signed it for me. Thank you so much.
I did.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I said soul, but it's soil. Concrete soil.
Soil.
Okay, and what is when you say that? Because soil is dirt, and concrete is something else.
Absolutely. My concept of it was just growing through my roots and having to understand where I came from and how it created the person I am. And I hit the ground running as a teenager, just trying to figure life out, and created the roles I am today based on not even having the proper morals and values that allow me to be a person, let alone a woman and a mother and everything else. I came off the porch really early, so hitting the streets, that's my concrete, and my roots is my soil.
Wow, I would have never put that together like that. That's so beautiful. Will there be a sequel to this?
It is actually. I am writing another book currently, and so we're going to get that out at the top of the year and make sure it's a sequel, part 2 to that. We're going to talk about all the intricate parts on the other side. So I talk about grief, but I don't want people to think I have this horrible life.
'Cause that
It's
wasn't
been
the case.
challenging, yes,
Right.
to say the least, but there has been some ups that are unbelievable that I just didn't discuss in there because I wanted people to start learning how to heal properly, right? With the proper tools to heal so that each year when the next pain comes, they can use the same tools from the previous pain.
And so you are also a coach.
I am a grief doula. Yes, I teach people how to change their mindset when it comes to losses. In the simple fact that the cup is half full, it's not half empty. We're going to have things. We're going to have losses. But it's how you handle the losses that you have versus just accepting that it's a loss and funneling it and waddling it and never come up out of it. That's what they weren't meant for that. They were meant to grow and develop the individual that was receiving the loss or in the midst of the loss. And we as humans, we take on losses of other people too. So you got to learn how to politic that. You got to learn how to put yourself in a position to grow through that.
Wow. And I haven't lost my father through death as of yet. He's still here on earth, but I feel like I've lost him.
Yeah, that's what we call the long goodbye, right? When we know that we're just kind of waiting on the date, for lack of better words. As I told you the other day, whether the memories are minimal or extensive, that's what we keep. It's not the how, it's the dash. It's all about the dash. And even if the dash is minimal,
Yeah.
okay? Even if the dash is minimal, we focus on who we are attached to these people, right? I know it's hard when you have relationships with people that we think should have went a certain way, but we do know that if you're attached to them, it's until your life ends that the memory with them goes. You keep it with you forever.
That's true. That's true. That's a lot of times when I'm going through something and I think of my mother, who's gone since 2015, and I can hear her just clearly directing me on my path.
Absolutely.
And if I'm doing something wrong, she was like, I know you know better than that. I can hear it. I'm like, oh no, that she didn't say that.
You know, people always make fun, and I say this all the time, when I'm cooking dinner or any of that search that my mother would give me direction on, I can hear her. Girl, you don't need that much salt. You know, I can hear her, or you know, you got to add this, and it's amazing. That's exactly what you want to tap into. You want to know that they gave you what they gave you before they left.
Yeah.
And we have to take that and move on with us, because we're not going to like when anybody we love leaves and we can never touch them again. But you got to pay attention to what they gave us when they were here, even
And
if
that
it's
I do.
minimal.
And when you say minimum, because that's what he gave me, he did give me just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
And I do cherish that. And I give him I'm not angry with him at all. I give him the utmost respect. And when I greet him, I do still greet him with lots of love. In spite of him never, being there for me like I needed him to be. But that was already written before I was born. So,
Clearly. I think everyone has to tap into the mindset to know,
right,
yeah, you're pretty dope, right?
right,
But you were already created to be dope.
right. And it was to be without him. Because
Absolutely.
had he had been around, I wouldn't be able to speak and give these messages so clearly that the Lord wants me to give to others. And I just give little snippets of things that he gives me. It's never an overload. But if you go back and look at all my messages and everything that I tape, it's all fundamental to Christ and knowing that he is speaking through me. So had I grew up with my father, that would have never been given to me because my mother left and went to a church for refuge. Okay. So as you know, as a kid, when they say train up a child in the way it should go,
Yeah.
you know the rest.
Yeah.
So when you were telling me the other night and I was feeling distressed, I forgot all about taking a deep breath, writing. I was just holding on to everything. And you say, you sound like you kind of stressed out, sister. And I'm like, I am.
Yeah.
I feel like I just want to.
Yeah. Just breathe.
Right. And so that was the best advice that you could have given me.
Oh, wow.
And I had never met you. I had never seen you. But I respected the fact that God had allowed our moments at that. I'm a very obedient person.
Okay.
So when you say do that, I know that it was coming from him.
Absolutely.
Because I was tired that day.
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
So continue to do what you're doing because you just never know who you are inspiring and who you are changing that one flicker in their mind to say something crazy, do something crazy, because at that moment you were basically saying, Woosa, calm down.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Without saying it.
Yeah.
And I picked up on that.
Okay.
And so I let go at that moment because of you. Otherwise, I would have went to bed and probably woke up with a headache. So you just never know what you're doing for a person.
Oh, that makes me feel good. You know, once I understood that humans have a hard time understanding life, right? I then recognized that every moment has to be teachable. You can't, I would have served myself an injustice to hear the pain in your voice and not give you what the tools that I was taught by an innate, right? God gave me this, I can't take this away. He knows I'm going to use it when I'm supposed to. But we as people need to hear, that's the thing. You can hear the distress in one's voice,
Yes.
right? But most times, our stuff be so deep, we don't want to make time for other people. And I don't think that we can properly grow without giving the tools away so that everybody knows you got this in you. It's just me to tell you, pull it out, sis. You
That's
got
right.
this in you. Breathe, right?
breathe.
Just breathe.
That's right.
Write your stuff out. Don't let it stay in your head, and find a way to understand what is happening with you. Just breathe.
Just breathe. I like
Just
that.
breathe.
Oh, that should be the title of your journal for us.
Yes,
As we women, we need a 30-day journal. So there it is. Just breathe.
just breathe.
And just let it go. And I want to say
Yeah,
thank
get it
you.
out. You're welcome.
How can they get a copy of Concrete Soil?
So, if you're in the Atlanta area, I will be doing a book signing tomorrow evening at the Apex Museum.
Yay!
Yes. If you'd like to, actually, I'm getting a women's history induction there tomorrow night as well.
Really?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, I'll go on the wall. And if you're not in the Atlanta area, you can actually pick my book up on Amazon. It's Concrete Soil by Cynthia Williams, and look it up. I'm on Kindle, I'm on Audible, and I am the narrator. So I will be the person that you'll hear tell my story.
Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so very much.
You're
And
welcome.
tomorrow, join in to the Stoney Love Show. We'll have the actors and actresses from the upcoming Blue series, which will air at the Apex Museum as well. And I want to just say thank you for joining me today. I don't have a thought to leave you with, but just know that you're all in my hearts. And I will see you in the morning right here on the Clark TV Network and 108 Praise Radio. Thank you.